Okay, take two in Lechfeld. So, as most of you will probably know by now, this is a battle that I lost. So, one of the mistakes I made early on is I did not refuse this flank violently enough, and so we were turning immediately to face diagonally away from the river, and I intended to fight the battle away from the river. I think that I'm also going to ride my army towards the side, and I'm going to go after this small group of horse first. So we are really weighting the right flank this time. If we're going to do a weighted flank, let's go all in. What I'd like to do is use my lights a little bit more effectively here, so I'd like to actually beat aside the skirmisher screen this time and get some kills in amongst their Slavic foot. So just a quick overcap: Bavarian Spearmen, defensive Spearmen, very good defensively, can't charge to save their lives, and the Slav foot will get, because they're above average instead of average due to the Deity setting, will get a small shock advantage even when attacking against them. However, in prolonged combat, they will win. Lotharingian Armoured Lancers and Saxon Armoured Lancers. These are superior soldiers who will do excellently in melee, and they are my main shot arm against both the enemy horse archers and against the enemy foot once we go into their flanks. Thuringian Protected Lancers. Decent but weakly armoured cavalry who are also only above average in quality. They will get a shock impact against the Magyar horse archers, but they will lose in prolonged combat. Or that might be against the Magyar noble cavalry. And they need to be kept away from prolonged missile fire. Slavic cavalry are weak cavalry by the standards of the other cavalry on the field. They are only light spear swordsmen, and they will lose to most of the Magyar noble cavalry. However, they are mainly there to make up the numbers. Left flank is weak, right flank is strong, reinforcing right flank, pulling in the left flank. And that's really the story. Moving up quickly with these guys so that they can join the battle line. I am not making the same mistake I did last time. So here comes that wall of Magyar death. Same moves as last time. They've left the gap between the Slav light archers. Right, just waiting for the arrow fire to start. And once again, I am going to turn and I am going to start bombarding the Slavic light archers. I'd rather avoid giving them a direct line of sight on my archers. Excellent. Okay, that's already luckier than we were last time. Let's see. Pull in here. So I'm hoping to quickly dismiss these Slavic light archers and then get in amongst their Slavic foot. We are going to start moving in this direction. Hard in this direction. Move the distance first. We can start moving diagonally once I'm sure that we can link up with that battle line. Remember, even at this pace, they will slowly catch up with us, so I need to be quick. I reckon I have maybe 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 turns before they are definitely upon us, whatever I do, and of course the forest is on our way as well. Okay. Let's sweep round to confront their horse archer army. I want this over and done with quickly. Right, so these 4 units will form the front line, and my Slavic cavalry will form the flanking force, with these Thuringian protected lancers in reserve in case the enemy central cavalry cause trouble. That is a big old wall of horsemen coming my way. Give them a shove. Give them another shove. Good. That's them taken care of at least. I'm a little bit worried about these guys, to tell the truth. So I'm doing this because these units may be engaged in melee, and then this unit may try and flank my Bavarian light archers. If these guys are engaged in melee, they're toast. It's one of the problems of not supporting your skirmishers in melee. So these guys will escape away to the flanks, but how will the rest of my army escape? Second thoughts, changing strategy on the fly here. I don't think I should launch this attack, because these units are going to go to the side and interfere with it. I made this mistake before of thinking that I could defeat one of those forces without the other getting involved. That's just not going to happen. Let's be a little bit more realistic this time. Okay, they definitely need to start going sideways quickly now. Did I forget about these guys? I'd be angry at myself if I did. Let's see. They're going to move to here. Move them here, and we'll turn them next turn. Similar idea with this unit here. Get the cavalry to help the infantry escape. How are we doing? Okay. Yep, I knew that was going to happen. Curse them. Aha. At least we'll also be fighting the Slavic foot out in the open. At least this should delay them a little bit. Okay. This is my first real opportunity to hurt them I've had so far. Let's see if we can't get a disruption here. Or at least cause some casualties. The dice. Still not close enough, and I'm not in a position to concentrate my fire effectively. It's all got to move like clockwork. This time my cavalry are managing to escape. But it's still hard going for my infantry. That's not enough time. Okay. I have the beginnings of a plan here. But this, okay. It's going to hinge on a gap developing between these Magyar horse archers and this line here. I'm hoping to get my Bavarian spearmen to block this line. We'll engage here and then I'll wheel the cavalry around to strike at the flanks. Let's see. We'll need a flanking force for these guys here. Problem with horse archers is they can just run away. No, why am I doing that? That's not going to be an option. No, wait, that's the idea. Okay, these two are going to attack the enemy cavalry. What a waste of that unit's movement. These 4 units plus this unit will go after the enemy's flank once it moves in. Damn it, we worked hard on that. Please fall back. They can't fall back anyway. Oh good, they're wasting time on my foot archers. And this time we can hurt them. Alright. Let's really go after these guys this time. Not wasting time on the enemy's light foot, I want their heavy foot to go down. Good. Now they've been badly weakened and that's a disruption. So we've been caught here, but I've got enough of my troops out of the way this time, I think. Let's see. Because they're defensive spearmen, I have to be very careful because I can't count on flanks happening. I'm aware that those Slavic foot can get to these units, which is unfortunate. And again, no general in these guys, that's so annoying. Again, cavalry, help your foot. Oh, but who's going to do it for these guys? Alright, this cavalry, well, let the others ride ahead, and this cavalry unit can do it next turn. Well, this one can. Okay. So this time we've got the forest anchoring our flank, and we'll have all of this ground. Their army will have to march all the way over here to attack our left flank, which will be entirely comprised of these tough defensive spearmen. We won't have to worry about our lancers screwing up. Well, thank you for wasting their time. I want the horse archers to come forward. I don't want them to... these units have already gone after us. Although, of course, if they're too aggressive, I can use that against them. Let's see. Okay, next turn. Please, good. You guys were smart enough to evade that. Much as I'd appreciate another distraction. And the cavalry are coming in for an attack now. I don't care if that's a side volley. Again, we're in the river line. And those guys are going off to eat lunch in Hamel. No, we might get fragmentation against them as well, thank you. Well, if you keep feeding me opportunities, I'll feed you your heads. Why am I being so cocky? This is terrifying. Those archers could cause me some problems. Right, seeing as they've been so obliging to be slow, let's move up and form a solid battle line against these guys. Oh. I didn't think they'd move quite this aggressively after these units. And they could use that to wall. The AI has been clever here. They've moved after these units. Give ourselves some space. Pull these units around. That's going to take them forever to get into position. Maybe there's a smarter way of doing this. Give me a moment. Can they move directly away? Yes, they can. Okay. Okay, so our line is a little bit ajar. That's not a big problem. Oh, but that is. Move like that instead. Now, do I want to move here or do I want to move here? I want a solid battle line. Really. And not just for decoration, it's so it's more difficult to flank. Cavalry will be delayed by the forest, but that's fine. We're mostly into position now. So the plan is these four form a line here and these units will start to guard the flanks. Right, that's what these guys were planning to do. Planning to help with. It's like one big machine. I say it's a killing machine, but it's not a killing machine. It's a nice machine. It's a life-saving machine. It's certainly saving the life of my Bavarian spearmen right now. Excellent. That unit won't be coming back to the fight for a while. Okay. Let's see. How is this going to go down? Don't engage yet. Oh, they're just out of range. But I need those Magyar horse archers to decide not to run away. Just so we're even less scary, let's transfer the general over to here. I should have waited a turn because I might get disrupted by the arrow fire now. But the plan is to engage and then move in for the kill. Oh. I should have come in from the corner. Now we might get disrupted. Move up. And, yeah. At least they won't take direct fire now. Okay. This unit is going to be part of a flanking force, so get them into position. Ideally, so far back that they don't spook the Magyar horse archers. These units are going to be engage this unit here. These units will eventually be part of a flanking force. These units will also eventually be part of a flanking force. I really don't want them to move into direct fire. The idea is this unit charges and then these units move to the flanks. And the object is my Bavarian spearmen will give these Magyar horse archers a push, and then these Slavic cavalry and Thuringian protected lancers will catch them as they retreat, because we can't do a traditional flank against these agile medium cavalry with bows. Alright, next turn. Great. The arrow fire worries me. That's a sign that the AI is planning a charge, probably from these Slav foot. Well, that's no problem. They've turned to shoot. And my Bavarian spearman will tank that easily. Here's hoping our line actually holds this time. Good. Alright, well, that's still not going to save their necks. They're not even concentrating their fire properly, although this is dangerous. Again, the AI has surprised me, as I was expecting their infantry to engage first, not their cavalry. It's like in the Total War series, I have a lot of respect for the AI of this game. I really want to take that unit out. Though I'm still down on percentage due to the loss of that light archer unit. Okay, good. Good. Uh-oh. Good. Okay, we held the line. At least it'll be infantry tanking those arrows and not fragile cavalry. But they're just gonna sit there, aren't they? Well, you don't play in Deity mode unless you're expecting a fight. Thank you for wasting your one chance to engage those guys. Oops. Oh no. Oh, I knew of all the places for them to run. They've obstructed my flank. Okay, so it looks like we are going to have a few lightning bolts of bad luck. Well, that does give me an idea. Well, those archers are getting the pay docked. It's amazing how this game finds a way to punish you if anything goes wrong. At least we can hopefully reorganize from here. Hopefully. I don't have enough room to do that. They're just going to have to scramble. They're on you so fast in this scenario. They really are. Okay, so remember the plan. Let's take a look along here. They'll probably just run away. Right, let's see what happens here. Good. Excellent, that was the best we could have hoped for. Of all the stinking, bad, rotten chances, that's going to delay us. They're not going to turn to face the archers. Because heavy cavalry are too arrogant to... heavy and medium cavalry are too arrogant to turn and face the light horse. They've got contempt for them. Never mind the mortal danger they pose to that unit if they come in from the side. I can force their hand though. No, that won't work. Blast it. Just not a good matchup here. That won't really change it. And these idiots losing again. Once again, it's my cavalry are letting me down here. I can't draw back. Not really. I can't get tied down because I need these guys to help with the rest of the battle. Chase these units, see if you can catch them, and not even close. I'm bringing these guys as replacements. And I do have a cunning plan here. Let's see if we can give them a shove. These guys are completely trapped. They need to try and get to the rescue. Ugh. Right. Fine. An eye for an eye. And I'm worried I might lose up to 3 units. I might lose the whole light line now. Good. Thank you for your discipline. It could have been much worse. Hold! For the love of Batman, hold! Uh-oh. Oh no. Okay. least they block themselves in. Oh good, they're just ignoring my Bohemian Light Infantry. Well, thank you for not being patient enough to wait. Oh, that's actually a bit... Are you guys trying to die? Uh-oh. Those light archers have had so many extra lives. That unit of Bavarian light archers may have cost us the entire battle. If they'd parked themselves anywhere else, but they've now opened our flanks. Again! Because one unit did something it wasn't supposed to do, and that's the commander's fault. No. How could I have predicted it went exactly there? I couldn't have. There's no point blaming myself for this. It's just a miserable set of events. They just need to try and win the battle despite it. Good. First signs of weakness in their line, and we really needed that. Oh, you are so dead. Little cowardly scoundrels. And it's the ones who don't, it's the idiots who don't have it, who seem to have lost their general as well. Okay, this unit is going to, unless we get very lucky here and push them back, yeah, that unit's going to get fractured soon. These guys need to turn like this. I'm worried because if we can hold, once this unit breaks, if these guys can hold their nerve, then we can deal with it. Because we can just turn diagonally and we'll have the protection of the line again. But, because I will be in position by that point. But if they break suddenly and there's a panic, this has caused so much trouble. The thing is, those horse archers will move up and block us there if I'm not careful. So I basically have to place my unit here and then turn to seal off the line. Let's see. I need to move them like this to turn them around. I'm going to move up here and turn them like this, just so he has some protection for that flank in the meantime. But this is a temporary placement of a unit. I intend for them to retreat from this line, and these guys to move up to hold it. Okay, evil plan is go. Do not charge. It begins, the flanking begins. You guys are actually spare. You can go and do something else. You can go help with something else. Hit them. Okay, thank you. You guys actually know how to fight. Oh, no, why are they... They're out of command because the general's in combat. So we're... scotched again. This is now going to take them 2 turns. Alright. And now they stand their ground, although I can't really argue with them being fragmented. Alright. At least this time we're winning decisively on the right, which is more than we could say for last time. Hopefully those light cavalry don't try and charge us. These guys can start to circle around to the battle again. Turn this way, please. Alright. Aside from these incredibly unlucky soldiers who were cursed by their comrades. Alright, what damage can the lights do this turn? Well, there's a big wave of cavalry in front of us. And light cavalry and light infantry do love to shoot up cavalry. I say we have a go at the cavalry. There's a small chance we'll be caught. Oh, we're out of ammo for that unit. And now we're out of ammo for everyone, so this is the last major shot, and unfortunately it doesn't lead to anything. But we did some good damage with the lights there, they can withdraw with honor. It's like a big medieval chess set. Just undo all of my good work, why don't you? That was a good volley. Especially on a turn. This could be a disruption. Oh, great. Another keystone unit falls. Flank attack in 3, 2, 1. And they're moving everyone else first. Looks like these armoured lancers might have to stay and make up the line. At least there's only one lancer unit instead of multiple. The thing is, they'll be very vulnerable to the Magyar horse archers. Are they just saving the flank attack until last or something? Oh. It's just to do with the way the AI is sequencing its the order in which troops move. Of course, those are my weaker cavalry. Brave stand by my Bavarians, but we'll be flanked again next turn. Okay. This has been sod's law the game. It really has. Right. One more try to get rid of these stubborn horse archers who just won't go away. Oh, they're out of range. How about these guys? They're not. Not really the angle I wanted though. Now I've got nothing left to flank these guys with. Excellent. That is good. Well, we're winning the cavalry battle, but that won't count for anything if I can't win in the centre. Or I suppose what's now the left flank. And of course they stand their ground and don't even These guys are gonna die, aren't they? Yep. Couldn't even win against... Oh my god. Go rescue them. Okay. It's the only way we're going to rescue this. Or we could just end up exposing ourselves further. Oh, it's the old expression, man plans, God laughs. Oh goody. Good. Please fragment. Well, they did what I wanted. They did what I told them to do, but... my cavalry needs to be ready to intervene here. Because the flank of those Bavarian spearmen is about to be turned. This is such a disaster. Everything's ended up at bad ends to one another. All of my neat formations have been completely disrupted. Again, at least this time we're fighting back. It's not an unmitigated disaster. We are actually making progress. Problem is, it's not really key units we're disrupting and weakening here. It's just the reserves, and the reserves are almost endless. Because this isn't a game of killing their entire army, it's a game of getting to either 40 or 60%. At this point, probably 60%. Oh, come on, give me something. Again, it's not bad luck, there's highly superior troops. I just haven't worked out how to beat this yet. I will win this somehow. Well, that was lucky. I think that's the first piece of legitimate good luck we've had in this battle. Just die, please. Alright, they've gone chasing them off to Narnia. Thing is, I mean, you should be, oh well, at least a unit broke, but there's dozens of units. There's so many units. So it really doesn't mean that much when I break one unit out of this massive army. It helps. Everything helps, but it's not going to win me the battle on its own. So much that could go wrong with that. Knew it. I knew they'd go sideways. Alright. Turn to face this way. I know it seems odd, but I am actually trying to set up an attack here. They'll retreat because they're within range of reinforcing spearmen, and then they'll get hit in the back. Okay, we're winning there. Take it will break here. Nope. That's King Otto. That's our leader. Maybe if they hold on one more turn, just one more turn. Oh, but we've got those blasted horse archers sitting right there, just waiting for their chance to stop us. But we should be able to get them if we can go here. And you guys can go help here. We can finally drive this unit into the ground. I'd rather face those guys in melee. Here we go. Don't like this. No, we're not going to be able to do anything against that massive wall that's advancing towards us. I can try and delay it, but that's all. Okay, we're still holding our own. Right, that's fine. They're supposed to be like that. Actually, no. Just to make it even more certain that they'll retreat. Wait, wouldn't I want that to happen? If they're stupid enough to try and attack my Lotharingian armored lances, I want that to happen. There's no point in discouraging the AI from doing that. Never interrupt your enemy when he is making a mistake. Jesus Christ. And again, it's on the guys who have no general. That is such a handicap. You can't underestimate how much of a handicap it is not having a general. And it seems to be common in these Deity scenarios where you have a unit which is under a command group that doesn't have the benefit of a general. At least it seems to mean that they can't come out of their command range. Of course, we haven't even had a first disruption and impact yet. So in that regard, we've been luckier. Jesus. Oh no, those lancers aren't going to last. Good, they just blocked them off from more fire. No, those Slavic foot will probably move in there and block the gap. Oh, and look who's arrived. Their commander-in-chief has managed to find the one point in my line which has been disrupted. That is death coming from our Bohemian spearmen. I couldn't hold. What a bitter disappointment that was. Oh, just in time! Just in time. Okay. Operation Evil Gloating is go. Nothing's going to plan today, is it? And they've even managed to scotch this. They can't move far enough to guarantee that it's going to be a disruption. Which means another turn of tanking arrows to the face. And more, we're going further out of our way. Kind of getting sick of being victim to Murphy's Law. Those are good shock chances. Of course. At least they followed through, but that unit's now left a hole in the line and it's going to get shot to pieces. Aha. But that's good. Okay, thank you for once not losing an impact. Oops, that was a bit reckless. Okay. And now we've got the defensive spear quandary. If we can get some infantry around their backs, that'll be good. And they'll be slowed by the river line. They can drop on the flank here, which means I need to defend the flanks. But this is going well. No. I was hoping I can make it even better. But we're just going to have to form a solid defensive line here. At least we'll win this, and I might spread the panic. Oh, the enemy Lightfoot have caught up. Focus on the... well, they're Thing is, they're not low in ammo. Oh, these ones are. And they're supported by their cavalry, though. Well, what's the point? Right, let them scatter. If they want to charge, then that's fine. We'll break them here. These above average troops had ages to rally and haven't rallied up. There aren't a lot of safe places for them to go. And these guys have failed to get there in time, so they're going to have to move off. And that's going to hurt like hell. Next turn. And they'll probably keep pursuing for a while. Yes! That's good. At least they're low in ammo now. Oh. Good. Why would they choose to try and charge there? They're not low in ammo. Well, I had to try something. Turn these guys to face this way. I need this to start breaking. But then they've got all of this. There's so many units pressing down on the flanks of these Germans. These are Swabian spearmen. Now I know Swabia is in the north. Bavarian south, well, south basically, South Germany. And you've well, there's Czechoslovakia, which is basically Bohemia. Sorry, yeah, Czechoslovakia. I've been studying too much World War II. The Czech Republic and Slovakia, which is I need because that would be Bohemia now in this period. Okay, let's set it up properly. I'm not losing this again. Oh, well, I just moved these guys, didn't I? Stupid. Oh, I see. Okay. Maybe. Once again, just moved off to the best possible place. Oh, then and they stand their ground now. Well, I'm still going to get them. I don't think I can. We continue our slow envelopment of the Slavic foot unit. Keep going. Alright. Let's crack them. And the hill farm. Transfer our general. Let's try and win here as well. And they just drop back, and then we're gonna getting bombarded by missiles again. You need to turn like this, and you need to turn like this. And why not? How is that not a flank threat? Okay, I see why it is, because they would expose their flank. Because I haven't actually engaged yet. Right. I was hoping that would break them. Worst possible place they could have ended up. Which is becoming my catchphrase in this battle. Try and put some pressure on those Magyar horse archers. Not entirely insane at this point. Oh goody, how do you want to die? Charge. Just try and break out of this situation. Cross the river, try and escape. Oh, great. They're gonna get killed by these guys. There's no way I can defend against both this unit and this unit. Give it a Is a meteorite going to fall on my head or something? That's the rain on. Thank you for setting up a nice little bowling line for me, Mr. Horka. That won't save those Slavic foot. And they're in a good position to get shot at by a full volley, which is something at least. Okay, more opportunities opening up. I mean, I'll keep trying, even if there's even a bit of hope, I'll keep trying. Oh good, they're going that way. Maybe we will escape. Run, 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 good. I feel like this battle would have been difficult for me even on Emperor difficulty. turned that way. Like that one casualty was enough to knock down a unit, not knock down a model. They're going to disrupt, aren't they? No, no. Are these guys going to run somewhere horrible? Oh, that was actually pretty nice. Kill them. For the love of God, kill them. Yes! Yes, they've broken through. Are we going to hit their general? Yes! Ha ha! Alright, now they're in. Now that was actually a significant blow to them. Now they won't recover from that easily. Drive these horse archers back. How am I actually going to get the flank in here? So they're just sitting there politely taunting me, and because they're, again, defensive spearmen, I don't have any ability to launch an attack. I don't have any initiative. This is probably just going to spill out into this mess here. Right, charge. Defensive spears again! Is there anything these jackasses are actually good for? And these guys are part of the king's group, and of course the king is off the field, which in medieval times is never a good thing. Let's try and save this. At least we'll get one flank attack in. And hopefully that's a fragmentation. Good. Alright, we've got this group down. They're still pursuing. So they're going to get flanked, and that's just going to tear all this up. I shouldn't have charged there. I still haven't got they didn't charge the disrupted unit because defensive spearmen don't like charging because they're defensive spearmen. It's in their name. And so this unit will engage, they'll be locked into combat, they'll flank, and the whole line is just going to come down. And that happened because I didn't see that coming, because if they were offensive spearmen, they would have engaged the Slavic foot. Almost certainly. So that's another thing that needs to go in the do not do this pile. I managed to avoid some of the mistakes which I made in the battle, which was not refusing my flank quickly enough. I've mostly avoided fighting in the river against the Slavic foot, and I at least managed to win the cavalry battle. But I still haven't managed to get around the fact that I've been drawn off into this massive fight with their archers, and I haven't worked out how to fix that yet. I don't know how to respond to the fact that these Magyar horse archers can bombard you with arrows and disrupt you. This army has so many ways of disrupting you, and I haven't got the hang of these defensive foot yet. So I've learned don't charge with them, but I didn't learn don't pursue with them. And that's what's going wrong here. They'll move up to the flank if I don't at least turn to face these guys. So I think I'm going to lose this, but I've put up a more honourable fight than I did last time. Forgot to move. And don't forget to move your units because you're feeling dejected about the state of the rest of the battle. Good. They've come back. At least it gives me something to fight with. And I have managed to bring down their commander-in-chief by the looks of things. So it's a commander-in-chief for commander-in-chief. Off they go, off the battlefield. Oh good, they've engaged. That makes things much easier. Of course we're in the river line, which isn't ideal. And they're going to move up for the flank. Oh, that actually helps. Really not sure what the AI is trying to achieve by launching these banzai charges into my ranks. They'd be foolish not to take that. Maybe the AI doesn't. Maybe the AI won't pin in its cavalry. And they might be afraid to do that because there is a logic to that. Of course, they don't want to. Well, they don't want to pin in their cavalry or defensive spearmen. That's a terrible idea. But they don't seem to realise that if they do that, they'll get the flank. Oh, that's actually good, unless. Yep. Oh, they held on. Well, they got a flank attack in, but thankfully it wasn't the main flank attack that I was worried about. Oh well, it's all coming apart anyway. We will get a flank attack there, thanks to their engaging my troops. I mean, there are green shoots here. We've fragmented that cavalry unit. We're about to flank another. That's another disruption. Their army is starting to give way in places. Maybe this isn't actually as fiendishly awful as it looks. Of course, they'll probably get rallies. That cavalry's back. And that they've done murdering my spearmen. Let's resolve this first. Come on. I knew they'd move first. Oh. I was hoping they'd charge. Obviously we need to move up to block that flank, at least it wasn't any worse. And we have gained an advantage here. I'll bring these units round into a flanking position. But these guys are going to give way soon anyway. Well, hopefully. Assuming we don't blow a series of 50% chances. My units have been weakened here, which means we're in danger of being ground down. Is there anything I can do to try and postpone disaster on this flank? Because we have that unit there, which is weak. If we could hold out here for long enough. But what happens here? This unit fires, this unit charges, and the whole line just comes apart. I can't charge here, it's suicide. And I know it's not quite thinking with the charge elan of a medieval general, but the truth is most of those generals who thought, oh, I'll just charge in and win the day heroically, ended up dead. Okay, Where do I need to move these guys? Try and get into scrum with these Slavic foot here, because that's at least a reasonably favourable matchup. But again, in the water it's not. Try and move here. Try and lure them forwards to engage us. I can't control it like that. We're just going to have to take the chance. Something could work out for us there. Yeah, I do see a few opportunities opening up. Okay, my general can have his last stand. Move up because I need to try and protect their flanks a little bit longer. I can't turn there because I've got those horsemen on my tail. I'd actually... oh goodness. If we can consolidate over here, we have a chance, but this is all going to go. Maybe we can... I don't know. Maybe if we can move quickly enough here, we can save this unit. Next turn. Don't think that... oh, and we've got this disaster unfolding. God, they folded quickly at 27% chance. Don't underestimate the lights. So time and time again. Alright, all of that's come back. Those guys haven't. Please don't run off the map. I wonder what the game does if enough of your army pursues off the map that you're technically over the 60%. I suppose the game just waits for them to return. Okay, here we go. You know, with that mess of horse archers, we might actually save our flank here. Nope. Well, let's see what happens. There's only one direction they could possibly go in. And there we go. It was the worst possible unit they could have sent through the gap. I don't know how pursuit priority takes place. If it's the maybe from that it's the last unit to engage who pursues on first. Or it might be random chance. In which case that's... oh, thank you. You've made it so much easier. Whoops, I just dodged death. Why did they not charge? That was really stupid of them not to charge there. Well, at least I've regained some honour in this battle, even if I lose. Thank you for coming back, my liege. You're stranded in the middle of a forest with absolutely no way of getting back, but you are at least technically back in the fight. Of course, and then we get hit by the pursuit. It's not as great an advantage as I would have wanted. I held firm. How annoying. We've got them though. Another unit of the Slavic foot falls. Might possibly be able... oh. Right, defensive foot won't work. They're very likely to stand and take that fight. Okay, I can at least get to threaten their flank. Start to bring my cavalry back. Let's try it. Excellent. Fragmented. Brilliant. What about those Lithuanians? Oh, we'll take it. No joy yet. Once that breaks. Hold them in place because I don't want this. I don't want them charging in and interfering with the flank charge that's being set up here. Although, well, that's fine. Then we'll just take both of them and then I'll charge. So this unit could just charge straight in here to try and reinforce their allies, but in that case I've got a flank attack coming in. Although they could lose melee by that point. It's a shame we're not set up there yet. Could do with a victory here, to be honest. They are now obliged to block this. Oh, Jesus. And no, it should be okay. What I'm worried about is this unit could break, they come thundering through here, and then they somehow end up in these units here. We must have caused massive casualties amongst their foot. Well, this could bring the whole show down. Yep, who didn't see that coming? No one raise your hand. Choosing how I want this flank to end. I knew this was going to be difficult. I knew there were going to be battles I lost. I knew there were going to be battles I lost repeatedly, and it looks like this is going to be one of the battles that I just lose repeatedly. Until I get some luck or until I just get better at the game. So I mean, I've avoided labelling my battles as victories or defeats for a reason, and that's because I don't want to spoil how they end up. I mean, this is quite a tense battle. It could still go either way. But I'd rather you guys told me that you want me to... Let me know in the comments either way. I'll need to hear from a few people. But if you would rather the result was spoiled and that you knew which way to go because you only want to see the victories, or would you rather that you didn't see the battle? Would you rather see the battle unfold in all circumstances? Because I feel like it would kind of kill the tension if I just told you that this is a victory or this is a defeat in the video title. Please don't start rallying now. Good. Good, I need as many people to return as possible. I should have started moving them. Oh, those are mine. Good, another survival and impact. My infantry have done well. It's the cavalry who have kind of messed things up a little bit. And my skirmishers. I will never forgive that unit. Thank you for the free disruption. I knew that was going to happen, all according to plan. That's nasty. Hopefully they don't auto break. Well, that could actually happen. All we need is to be unlucky in a few rolls. And look what's returned to the fight. Just in time. That cursed unit of General Magyar Noble Cavalry that got the better of the king of all people. And nothing's in position. We can't stop him. Just all came together at the worst possible time. We're gonna auto break. My army's out of steam. Well, they'll just bounce back and flank next turn. I was just a hair too slow. My fury over that skirmisher unit seems so stupid now. It's hardly the only thing that's gone wrong in this battle. Okay. Well, they were going down anyway, as it turns out. And win this fight. Okay, try not to lose this fight. We were so close. I was a turn away from rescuing those guys. Huh? Because they can't move fast in the river line. Just get out of our way. Maybe they'll stand and we'll still get the flank attack. That'll be some auto break. Just one step. And now that's going to disrupt that. No, of course, because they weren't adjacent. Okay. Right. Okay. This is scary as hell. Good, but we're into combat. Please don't lose badly. Good. Alright. That is something at least. And maybe if I get really lucky and this unit doesn't immediately break, we can do something here as well. I'm now 9 points behind the AI. Usually I find in these deity battles I take an early lead, but the AI catches up thanks to catching up with my maneuvers. So this is not a good sign. Oops. The camera screw there. I should have put my archers. No, still getting hunted down by the light. There's not much left of my army, is there? Of course, it was a pretty small army to begin with. You lot start riding through to, oh heck, somewhere. So in a pinch we could have gone hidden in the woods, but that would have played to their medium infantry's strength, not my heavy infantry. Not to the strength of my heavy infantry. Right. Okay, 11 down. Of course, I don't have any light cavalry to go hunting these groups down. That's the Magyars' strength. Where is their light cavalry? Because I know I didn't kill it, it's all the way over there. Oh! Maybe they'll hold. I don't think so. They're going to auto-break. Surely they're going to auto-break. Ah, and they're going to run off in that direction. They're going to go into the back of my defensive spears. It's going to happen to me again. Push off. I was hoping that would push them back. It's gonna, and it could happen twice. I think it will. Let's see. Are we in? No, none of our units are in range. Okay, maybe. Just maybe. These guys will evade. They'll go. Nope. And they hold. Well, that's something at least. Just too late. Just a hair too late. Maybe we can get this to work. Only just too slow. Too slow. Can't be that slow. Not now. I don't know what I'm trying to achieve here. They're just going to block me. Let's try and do some damage here. At least we've got a fragmentation. Remember when I was so happy about one fragmentation? It walled me in. I'm outnumbered, so I'm getting worn down. Might just be killing 2 units. Maybe they can be goaded into an attack. If they can hold, I'll get I might get 2 flank attacks out of this. And that would actually turn things around in my favour. I mean, I've not got much else to lose out here. But if I lose all of my infantry, we're done. Alright. Well, they're pursuing anyway, so they won't hesitate due to flank threats or anything like that. They'll just charge in. How surrounded do they want those Swabian spearmen to be before they'll attack? They're going to end up losing their Slavic foot. Maybe there's just a sadist in charge of that wing of the Magyar army. Given the times, it wouldn't surprise me. Below average. Oh, that's of course because if they're below average, they break quicker as well. Now I've got you all to myself for the moment, until the walls cave in around us. Hi, I see you there. Come on, lads. All of those opportunities. We could have actually auto-broken. We could have double-dropped those Slavic foot if we just won the melee. Oh, amazing! That's a miracle. And I think it's a miracle I can make use of. Oh no, wait, that could end very, very badly. Okay. See, I can't just charge in because otherwise they'll just end up facing our flanks. What I have to do is just... what I have to do is chase off those light cavalry. Thank you for running into the most obstructive and annoying place possible, you jerks. Next time you plan an attack, consider whether it's helping or hurting. Ugh. There are ways they can move around us there. If you hadn't come back, this would have been easier. Okay, at least we are technically obstructing both of them there, but the thing is, their horse archers are going to charge now. And they'll probably run in there. See what happens here, because this is the unit that's really in danger. Blocked in. They might have fallen back and that would have saved us. Wait a second, there's something I can try. Come on, go for it. Defensive spears again. Why are you so terrible at your... Well, you're great. I suppose you're good at your jobs. You are just supposed to be cheap units. What I wouldn't give for those units to be offensive spears instead. They've just completely blocked us off. God, that is infuriating. I don't know how much longer these guys... Oh, there we go. There they go. They were gonna auto break soon anyway. Can we at least get rid of them? Thank you. That sets off a morale bomb through their ranks. Might at least spread some panic. Good, that's a disruption. Okay. You jackasses. Oh, nothing about this is good. I can't believe it's only been 18 turns. It feels like a lifetime. They're sitting right in the flank there, aren't they? You just can't get rid of these guys. Okay, they are literally flanked from both sides now. How are you not killing these guys? They're probably gonna... That's an auto break anyway. They didn't have to. Well, there's the answer that why they didn't have to. But they did end up losing a perfectly good unit of Slavic foot to it. Oh good, this isn't going to be the disaster I thought it might be. Well, not from this angle anyway. This is going to be bad. Yep. Well, thankfully it did nothing, and we might actually get a flank out of this. Some of my units are in rough shape. And Taxony has been a demon. Just waiting for the auto break. There it goes. Why me? We were so close. If we had this massive force of cavalry coming our way. If they had just not double dropped like that, but they're again below average foot. What are you gonna do? And now I'm down to 53% and I've basically lost at this point. But I got further than I did before. And I'm going to keep trying and I'm going to keep getting further until I can actually win this. They'll move in and cause problems. Get round to here. Try and get around their flanks here. If they just held, we could have gone in for we could have gone in to try and get these guys from the side. It's like a litany of missed opportunities. It's a litany of missed opportunities for us. These guys have gone straight into the most obstructive position possible. You're not getting away. We're going to get a revenge on you. Or rather on your cursed sub-general. You're not going anywhere. Even if it's defeat, I'd like to think I've at least weakened the Hungarian force significantly. Can maybe at least say that I've caused enough damage to call off their invasion of Germany. I knew that was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen. They would rally that exact turn. You can throw as many bricks in my face as you want, game. I'm going to keep trying. I'll just need to be faster and luckier next time. They're going to get there and they're going to block that flank attack. And now they're coming around to flank my Bavarian spearmen. And that was the one I was hoping to win. Can't do anything about that because if I try and charge, they'll be engaged and then we'll be hit. Well, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens here first, because there's every chance of a disruption. We've also got in the way of any hope of these spearmen reinforcing, and now we're in auto break range. They can't land a general because it's a different command group. There we go. Can I get right next to them and something goes wrong? I would have been able to save that if that retreat hadn't gone there. And these units hadn't started threatening my side. Actually, that's pretty reasonable. And of course it jumps to 31% chance once I actually engage. It would help if the UI was a little bit more reliable. I'll take it. Oh, that solidifies part of my line at least. I don't think I can still win this, but I can at least try to get it to the 50% mark and make it a marginal defeat rather than a complete one. This is going to be the day the rain just keeps on falling, isn't it? I don't know why I'm saying that. It's ridiculous because I know that's what happens. They're highly superior troops. They're going to rally all the time. I am heavily outnumbered. I have no missile capability compared to what they can bring. Honestly, what are you expecting to happen? This is going to be a difficult scenario for anyone. I haven't resolved this yet. Great. That really helps. That actually, they've held on long enough. This has actually been a pretty good turn for us, all things considered. It's gone about as well as we could have hoped. Except for that, I really needed them to break quickly. At least they're weak. We probably will get the auto break on them. Then there's going to be a flank attack. Because these units will go into the back and then these units will go into the back. It depends on the pursuit path, admittedly. Oh, they won't even go down. Well, at least give us the break. We know how this is going. We know the story here. Of course, they don't charge. Not gonna lie, I needed that to be a good result. There's so little of our force left now. Just a few scattered survivors. God, even disrupted, even down to 108 men, they still have that massive advantage. And they're only a 20% victory here, chance of victory here. Those Magyar noble cavalry are terrifying, General Duck. If they'd broken anywhere, we would have got it. We would have won that part of the battle. Again, just too slow. And I'm at my wits. I don't. Other than, I mean, it might have helped if we hadn't had the situation develop at the start. But I'm at my wits' end for how to win this. On the other hand, we can see how it could have gone differently if the enemy cavalry had been caught quicker. If we had, there were several cases in this battle where things had just been a little bit faster, we could have gotten a decisive advantage. If we hadn't had mass panics in our army. I mean, I've done heavy damage to a superior army. Against overwhelming odds here. We can get the auto break here. I doubt it, but now they lose. And they don't even lose badly. At least, oh, that's great. Come on, at least let me get up to 50%. If I can lose this battle at 50%, I will be happy. I will actually be quite proud of that. Yes! Thank you. Hold on at least long enough for me to get parts of their army broken. Oh, are we gonna go into their backs? Please, oh, you picked the wrong target. Oh, but they broke another unit. And disrupted another. Brilliant. Brilliant charger. We could have done that before. I can see a way to winning this battle, but we just have to be so fast. We have to be so fast at the start of it. Now you break. Right, just... Oh, they've gone a breaking it. They're auto breaking impact. No, we just we even disrupted them, and that's it. Oh, we couldn't get to the 50%. We caused a heck of a lot of damage, but we couldn't quite do it. I'm just getting overwhelmed now. Yep. These units aren't even my steady. I mean, this isn't even down to cohesion loss. These units have just been beaten to hell after engaging in melee after grinding melee. Casualty, the dead and wounded for the Bavarian army, for the East Frankish army must be through the roof. 20% of our army, no, about a quarter of our army is dead or wounded at this point. Alright, the AI will get their turn and then it's done. I mean, I feel better about this, and I feel like there's a road to victory here, but at the same time, my tactics weren't bad for this battle. Well, I mean, they could have been better. I wasn't quick enough here, and I think I made a couple of suboptimal moves. Could have pulled things in. I don't know. It's the small stuff now, rather than the large stuff. I have the basic structure for the battle down now. I just need another attempt, or a couple of attempts, I think, and I'll be able to do this, possibly, and maybe a bit of luck. Which I can't count on because again, it's Deity, difference in unit quality. We might get the 50% if this all goes. Oh, you jerks! Just denying it to me at the end there. They were right there. I think that's the first. Yes, we got 50! We got to 50. Unfortunately, they broke us to 70%. I think that's the first time I've ever been at 70% losses at the end of a battle. That I did, that wasn't a case of me just not letting the enemy retreat at the end. There we go, folks. Another defeat at another wonderful day at the Lechfeld. I think that's the name of the river. It could also Lechfeld. Yeah, Lechfeld would fit. Okay, folks. Let's have a look at the casualty screen. I am shattered. I mean, it's late at night as well at this point because I've been playing for hours, and I was close. I got within 10% of the goal. So I'm trying to go over my head here. If you watch this to the end, and please, I know these videos are long, but if you do watch the whole thing, please leave a comment in the description if you see anything that you thought, oh, that's just stupid, or that was a missed opportunity. Let me know, because it's the small stuff in this battle which just let me down. I wasn't. Part of it was luck in the way that these routes happened, but I wasn't quick enough to destroy this cavalry wing, and it wasn't complete enough. What happened here was horrible. But I've learned by now that I'm going to have a few disasters like that in Deity. There are going to be at least a couple of rolls that just go horribly for me. Again, just little things like that, but try not to. What could I have done better? There was this whole push out situation. Don't charge after horse archers. If there's any chance that at the end of it the troops will end up being flanked, I need to be really, really careful about policing myself and ensuring that this doesn't happen, because I threw things away there. If I'd been more disciplined, if I hadn't tried to charge out and catch those disrupted troops, then I think this whole section of the line would have held on longer. That could have been it. That could have been the keystone. That is the moment where I lost the battle, I think. So again, patience. I seem to have lost it. I've gone to the other extreme. I was too cautious at the start of the Digital League when I started making these videos, and now I've gone to the opposite extreme. I'm being too careless and being too aggressive. Okay, so next time, just a bit more discipline and maybe just try to be a bit faster. Anyway, folks, I've been Napoleon Complex, and if you've kept up with me so far, thank you. Please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel if you enjoyed the content, and I'll see you next time. Okay, farewell.